¿Qué onda, mi raza? Muy buenas tardes. Today is Friday, January 26, 2024. And I am here again with another episode of Comadreando Aquí y con Café. So, the weekend is here. Like I mentioned, it is Friday. Y pues, el cuerpo lo sabe, right? Anyways, I wanted to share a little disturbing set of information that I came along. It popped up on my Facebook feed, and you can't believe everything you find on social media, so I started digging, and wow, am I freaking just wow. So this is very disturbing, and me being a smother, I was just like, what the heck were people thinking? So back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, 3 decades, people would actually leave their babies, their children, outside of stores, the shops, the little grocery stores, that kind of thing, outside, parked in their strollers, unattended. I know, right? What the heck? It ain't no joke. I actually looked into it. I read about it. All these pictures came up. I was just like, what the heck? So, these strollers back then are like the buggies that we know today. They used to call them prams. That's what they were called. Prams. So what these mothers used to do is, if they were gonna go into these little shops, they would just park the babies outside. A lot of them would have nets, so flies and bugs wouldn't get on their baby, and they would just bien a gusto do their shopping and go and socialize in the store and do all the stuff that it is these viejas would do. I don't know. I just think, wow, right? Today, when in the heck can you picture yourself rolling up to Stater Brothers and just parking your baby outside and, okay, you're cool, I'll be back. It is so disturbing, but hey, like they all say, it was a more simple time, which I get, but still, it is scary. Think about it. There's always been weirdos and, pedophiles, the chomos, sexual assault was a thing. Kidnapping has always been a thing. What were these people really thinking? How can you be so comfortable just going in there and, okay, I can kind of see my buggy from here, my baby's okay? It is scary, huh? So there was a National Safety Council ad that was actually put out in the late 40s. It actually encouraged mothers to take their children, their small young children, into the stores with them. I guess there was a rise in maybe things happening to these children. I don't know. It was absolutely normal to find younger kids, meaning toddlers and 5-6-year-olds, standing next to a stroller and watching their younger sibling. It was no big deal. Children unattended was okay. I don't know how they made sense of this. Like I said, me as a smother, that would have me paranoid like there's no tomorrow. That's just me though. So yes, I don't know if maybe it had to do with the whole fact that at this point in time, doctors, mainly pediatricians, would recommend that younger kids, babies, infants, whatever, needed sunlight and they needed fresh air. So I had read also, with all this research I just did, that it wasn't unusual to have your neighbor with a new baby outside in its stroller while the woman is inside, the mom, washing dishes or putting a load of laundry, vacuuming, sweeping, whatever, doing her house chores. They said it was totally common to find babies outside in their strollers, in their buggies or whatever, their prams, catching air and catching sunlight. There's also another article that I came up on that was related to this. It talks about baby cages that were really big, like in New York. But that's otro rollo. I will get into that another day, I promise. But I will add a picture of that as well. And that was because, in the big city, there is very rarely homes with yards. I guess park access, I don't know. I have no idea. Like here, we do park once a week. I guess over there it's so congested, it's not really the thing to do, or it wasn't back then. So a lot of these apartment complexes had baby cages added as an actual feature to their apartments that they were renting out. And it is so crazy because I see like, wow, that's so dangerous. Like, I would not put my baby in a cage hanging out of my window. It, like, picture a air conditioner, but it's just a cage, and you would put your baby in there to just get air and catch sunlight. So yeah, it was just a different time. Like I said, todo era muy diferente. Y pues yeah, like wow, I just sit here and wow. In today's world, it is so common that literally every single place you go, you see signs, do not leave children unattended. And it has a stroller, this and this and this and that. As a matter of fact, the dentist just had one earlier. Here it is. So it's crazy to think that back then it was like, just leave them parked in the front, go handle your scandal. Considering today's laws versus these laws back then, I don't know, I guess that's why they changed. There's so many of these laws that protect our children, and thank God they do. Here in California, surprisingly, it isn't illegal to leave a minor alone. They say as long as they are mature enough, coherent, and they know, in the case of an emergency, we do this and that, and they have communication. They say that here in the U.S., anywhere from 8 to 14 is already considered of a mature age to be able to leave your child unattended, once again, if they are responsible enough to know phone numbers, in case of an emergency, what to do, if they're mature enough to not be running around the house with knives or opening the door to strangers, that kind of stuff. Leaving kids in the car, ese es todo otro rollo. That one came in effect. That's completely against the law, just to let you guys know. You cannot leave small children unattended. Minors, again, I guess it's depending the age, but it has to be also within a reasonable time. All of this, guys, has to be within a reasonable time. You cannot leave your kids for the whole weekend because quieres ir al casino, a echar allá, a party. No. It has to be, I'm going to be gone for an hour. I'm going to be gone for half an hour, 2 hours. Within a reasonable amount of time is what you are okay to leave your minors unattended, but they obviously can't be toddlers or babies chiquitos. Another thing too, guys, if you do leave your minors in situations, believe it or not, you see it on the news all the time. Hay gente bien loca, they leave them with the local crackhead and that kind of stuff. Like, no, you cannot leave your kids in places like that where situations can happen and they are in danger or any kind of harm for that matter. There is a penal code 273A, and that's here in California, guys, that te chingan if they catch you leaving your minor in a situation unattended. That is what they will get you with. So think about it, be responsible. Even though it's the weekend and you want to go party, Be a parent. Love your kid. Alright, guys. The pictures I am posting on here are obviously not mine. They go back. I found them on Pinterest and I found them on a blogging page for reference only, obviously. Y pues sí, raza, con eso los dejo. It is a trip. Yes, I know. How the times have freaking changed, right? And have yourself, guys, a nice weekend. Remember, don't drink and drive. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call your niece. Call your brother. Call somebody. But do not drink and drive, guys. It is not worth it. Alright? You got it from me, guys. La comadre B. Ahí los miro. Los adoro. Bye.